Hey, entrepreneurs. Welcome to Insights for Entrepreneurs today. So I thank you for joining me. Of course, I am pre-recorded, but thank you for joining me anyway. I want you to like and share this, please, with those that may be your followers. I'd appreciate that. My name is Pat Sims, and I am CEO of Innovative Business Solutions. Innovative Business Solutions helps entrepreneurs become architects of their own business vision. We help them put together the framework, the pieces, gain clarity so that they can move forward for a full manifestation of their vision. So today I want to talk to you even more about retaining those customers for life and exceeding customer expectations. So let me just share my screen with you so that we can go through this and I can talk about how those customers will continue to come back to you because of the service that you provide them. Of course, last week, in the last couple of weeks, I've been talking about how to create that relationship with customers so that you can answer their questions and engage them and create a relationship that will have them continuing to come back to you for the things that you have to offer them. Excellent customer support is one of the key things, and that's essential to creating lifelong customers. You don't want to just wait for questions and the problems that they may have to arise, but be very proactive in identifying the kind of help that your clients may need and then solving those issues before they begin to ask questions. And that's a great way to exceed expectations and create that customer connection, that customer loyalty. So here is one way to create that connection with customers is start a list of commonly asked questions, or FAQs as they call them. Just think about, what do people often ask you about in your area of expertise? And then what questions bring out the best in your knowledge of your expertise in the niche that you're in. So begin by thinking about the questions that they ask so that you can create this FAQ, this list of FAQs, or frequently asked questions. Then you can use those questions to create an FAQ page on your website. You can refer those that have purchased from you to that particular website when they buy, and let them know that they're going to find most of their answers on that page. Make sure you also offer a support number so that they can ask any questions that are not answered on that page. You also have to make sure that someone is readily available to answer that support number so that customers are not waiting or frustrated because they don't have anyone that answers their questions or answers that support number. So your FAQ page should not look like what you see here on the screen, please. It should be continuously updated, and it should also make sure that it's categorized so that people can quickly find the answers that they want. And make sure you're updating it regularly so that the answers are relevant to what questions customers may have. So when you do that and you organize it well, it's going to make it very easy for customers to find what they need or the answers they're looking for. So another idea is to create quick and easy educational materials so that your customers can use them to get the most out of what they need, the most out of the product or service that you provided them. You should make that content only available to the people that have purchased from you. If you make it very exclusive content, then it's going to make those customers feel special because they purchased from you, and now you're creating a space that they can find what they need. And it also further builds that relationship with your customers. You can also think about setting up maybe a members only section with a password so that they can get in there and find the things that they need and have the ability to come back if they lose the material or the instructions that you've given them. They'll have a place to come back to and find those again. Another idea is to create video tutorials. That's a great type of content, and you can show those that have purchased from you how to get better use out of the product or service that you've provided for them with a step-by-step instruction for that. The key is to make the instructions quick and easy so that they can follow them quickly, and make each video short and focus on a specific function or a specific use so that they have those readily available. When you make those educational materials, don't assume those that have purchased from you know how to get the best use of the product or the best use of the service. So you have to start with very basic information and then move on to teach them more advanced things that they may need to know. Things that they can use their purchase for, things that will help them. I opt to use Insights for Entrepreneurs to give people tips. So along with the material that specifically teaches people how to use your product or get the most out of the service that they've had from you, you might also offer tips related to your niche that you can share in your online community, or you can share on a page, if you will, or social media groups. Then focus on the common problems that you realize that your clients will have, the common issues your audience faces, because you want to help them resolve those issues. That's the whole purpose of creating FAQs, helpful tips, video tutorials. That's the very purpose, so that it will help them resolve any issues before they come up. One thing you have to remember, and I know you're all doing this, I know you're sending out a thank you for buying email. You need to make the content readily available, and you can just put a link in your thank you for buying, thank you for being a great customer. You can put that in that thank you for buying email, put a link there, someplace that they can click on and just easily find what they need, that FAQ page or the information that you have that they can use. So that's another thing. So I'm going to give you some action steps, some things you can do to begin creating that FAQ page, those video tutorials, those things that you need for your customers. So the very first thing you need to do is think about what questions or problems your audience typically face when in relation to your products or the service that you provide them. What are the questions that they have? So that's your basis for beginning to put together FAQs or exceeding customer expectations. Then you need to identify and start creating the FAQs, that list and the educational materials that's going to help your customer. When you begin creating educational materials or tips, make sure that you, as you put that on your list of things to do, that you also have a date to be completed by, so that it kind of keeps you focused on what you need to do and when you need to do it, so that it's there for your customers and it's relevant for your customers. So that's very important, a very important part of the process. I want to thank you for joining me. Make sure you take those steps. Make sure you do those things so that you can have an opportunity to exceed every expectation that your customer has of you. And again, I want to thank you for joining me today in my pre-recorded session. I appreciate it so much. Again, like and share. And I am going to see you back here again next week on Insights for Entrepreneurs. Thank you so much and have a great afternoon.